of the Lord be with you on this marvelous day. Every day is a marvelous day because it's a day that the Lord has made, so we must rejoice and be glad. So welcome to this YouTube channel. It has been forever since I last posted a video onto this channel, and today I was going to prepare, or actually did prepare, a cough syrup that is done with things that are found around the home, that is natural. And instead of using like cough syrup from the store, it's just something that is totally natural that you could take. And so basically this recipe was given to Enoch, which is a visionary. Our Lady, our Lord, gave him tons and tons of recipes that you can make for any type of ailments, whether it's stomach pain, whether it's a headache, whether it's a cough, whether a pandemic all of a sudden breaks loose, right? What things can I buy that are natural that I can consume? And so come along with me. I will actually post the link of that book. So if there's other things that you want to make and you want to know hey, like, how do you make something for a headache, you could all find it there. Let's go ahead and start making. So here we go. We're gonna need 10 garlic cloves. I went ahead and peeled them already. 5 radishes. If you have a lot of onions, then you can add a little bit more radishes. 3 purple onions. They have to be purple onions. And so you also need honey, 500 to 1,000 milliliters of honey. And it is recommended that the honey be organic honey. And now I am cutting up the onion pieces or into little pieces, so that way when they go into the blender doesn't have a hard time blending everything up. And the garlic doesn't need to be cut up. The radishes can be cut up just to help it be blended. The first thing you're going to throw into the blender is going to, so on the bottom you're going to put in your radishes, then the onions that you cut up, and then on the very top you're going to put the garlic. And you start off slowly, and you just go until it blends everything up, and then you have this consistency of a pulp. And after that, then you get a strainer or a cheesecloth, which would probably be the easiest, and you just put it in the strainer, and you just let the strainer just, drip out all of the liquid that comes out of the onion, the radish, and the garlic. And as you can see, it's already happening, and it's just gonna drip. Just let it drip, do its job. You can also go ahead and help it by getting a spoon and just kind of, as you can see, this is like a little bit after, but it's already kind of taken out some of the juice, so then it starts to settle. And what you want is for it to be a little bit hard, not as liquidy, because then at that point it still has liquid. And so you just keep doing that until you feel like you have it all out. I went ahead and put the remainder of the pulp that I still had into the strainer to get all of it in the strainer. And so you could see here now that it's pretty much almost done. And so I'm just going to continue doing that process, taking out as much juice as I can with the spoon. And it almost looks like an ice cream consistency. You can see all the juice that comes out. And I figured out a little trick. Since I don't have that cheesecloth, I went ahead and I just pushed it down, the pulp, and took out the juice, as much juice as I could from this thing that I blended, right, the pulp. And so I just went ahead and just kept pushing down until I took out all that juice. So then after, I could put it in with the honey that I have. And so that's what it's supposed to look like. It almost looks like a Philly type of cheese consistency. Then I know that I pretty much got as much juice as I can out of there. And I did it one more time just to make sure I took everything out. So Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the juice that I got out of everything I blended, and I put it into my honey. And I just kept pouring it until I filled it. I still had some left, and so I poured it in another jar. And after I had poured the liquid in there, I went ahead and got a spoon and I just stirred it. Here is the end result of what we made. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you need to pray the rosary as you're preparing this cough syrup, or if it's kind of hard to pray, then go ahead and put on the litany of Our Lady, and just as you're praying it, just ask the intercession of our Lord and Our Lady just to come over the cough syrup, so whoever consumes can have that healing. Also, if you are struggling with a cough, make sure that you take 1 teaspoon of the cough syrup every 8 hours for the next 3 days. You make sure that the teaspoon that you're taking is warm, and then after those 3 days you take 1 teaspoon just once a day, and as a preventative measure as well is 1 teaspoon. And so if you have any questions, let me know. So once again, thank you for stopping by this YouTube channel. If you liked this video, go ahead and just like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I do understand though that some people always have something to say about these types of videos when I post about private revelation and you know, people that are visionaries. So use this video in your discernment. The recipes, again, your discernment. The Catechism of the Catholic Church does say that we as Catholic do not have to believe in private revelation, that it's up to our discretion. So I opt to believe in this particular visionary, Enoch, from Colombia. So God bless. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. So peace of the Lord be with you all. Be enthroned upon the praises of 1,000 generations. You are worthy, Lord of all. Unto you, the slain and risen King, we lift our voice with heaven, singing, worthy, Lord of all.